Good evening. My name is Jemiah Ashley, and you're now listening to Be a Queen and Not a Bully podcast. And I am here with Aaliyah,
Francis.
Talia.
And OPME.
Our podcast today is about bullying and how bullying can affect someone. First question, how can bullying change someone?
Hi, my name is OPME and I'm 15. As a person who has personally been victimized in bullying, bullying could make you sad a lot of the time. You could even probably get depression. I have gotten depression in the past because of bullying, and it's not very fun. Some people don't understand just how badly their words and actions can affect people. Because of this, some people sometimes resort in harming themselves, like cutting or just anything, honestly. And we need to understand that sometimes some things we do in society, it just isn't right.
Okay, I'm Sam, I'm 14 years old, and this is why I think bullying is bad. Bullying can change someone by causing depression, making them lose weight extremely, or making them gain more weight. It could also cause them to have fear of people and have major social anxiety and social mental attacks or physical attacks by having a heart attack or draining them physically and mentally. They could also not be able to study well in school and be able to get closer with their families and friends.
My name is Talia and I'm 9 years old. And bullying can change you from being happy to sad. You could be hurt a lot of the time. And you could be very unfocused sometimes.
My name is Francis, and I'm 17 years old, and I think bullying can affect somebody's self-esteem. It could also, the saying, hurt people. So you could be a bully eventually once your bully goes away.
My name is Aaliyah, and I'm 14 years old. And I feel like bullying could affect the way people it can change people's looks. It also could change how they feel about other people. It also changed them wanting to it changed their motivation. A lot of people result into not wanting to go to school anymore, or even just not even wanting to be social anymore, and could give a lot of people social anxiety. My name is Jemiah. My name is Jemiah, and I feel like bullying can change someone by making them feel less about themselves and not worthy of who they are. And I feel like bullying also could change someone by just treating someone less, and then they'll start to manipulate themselves into feeling that way about themselves. And make them change their appearance, how much they eat, how much they sleep, and try to be more active or less active to prove to someone or their family or someone around them who is bullying them for what they do. All right, next question. What do you consider bullying?
Hi, my name is OPME and I'm 15. Something that I consider to be bullying is picking on someone, even if it's the slightest things, things they can't control. When I was in elementary school, I would sometimes get bullied for my hair and the way it looked, and even just the way I dressed. And it's just, there's no reason to have to do stuff like this. And yeah.
Hi, my name is Sam. I'm 14 years old, and what I consider bullying is making fun of someone about their skin color, what they look like, their disabilities, and things they can't control, like their weight, height, or their features. I think bullying should be stopped.
My name is Talia, and I would consider bullying being rude and not having a reason for it.
My name is Francis, and I think bullying is any type of harassment, either verbally or physically, because honestly, you never know what somebody's going through, and some people just drag it. They just really drag it.
My name's Aaliyah, and I'm 14. Something that I consider bullying is harassing people, picking on people, or even just talking about people's like appearance, or simply just putting your hands on them and talking about them, or even creating rumors about them. I consider that bullying.
My name is Jemiah, and something I consider bullying is when you start rumors about somebody, when you outnumber them and you know they're not a popular person and you know you have more friends, so you talking about them will bring them down and make them feel less confident. I also feel like what Sam said, like bullying them about their religion, their skin color, and their culture. I feel like that's also considered bullying when you laugh at someone because of what they are and who they are, and you just bully someone to make yourself feel better for no reason.
No reason.
No reason. How do you feel about bullying being normalized in your community or your school or where you hang around?
What does that mean? Normalized.
Like when you see someone getting laughed at, and I feel like a lot of teenagers these days, they will laugh instead of helping or getting adult. And I feel like a lot of teenagers don't understand how bullying can affect someone, so they think it's funny at the moment, but they don't really know what that person is going through. So they're just like, okay, this is a funny moment. Or like when homeless people are on the streets and they throw things at them and they laugh and put their hands on them. You think it's funny with your friends, but you don't understand that's still a form of bullying, even if they don't have a home or if they don't have someone to call family.
My name is Francis. I think especially in New York, I've never really been outside, but New York people try to make it, especially teenagers, they try to make it seem like it's so fun, it's so like, it is what it is, like there's nobody will ever stop what happens, and I feel like that's so, I don't understand it. I can't understand that type of mindset, especially the fact that you see something happening to somebody, and my mom has always told me that you really never know what people go through. Like Jemiah said, you don't know what happens in their household. You don't know what goes on. So for you to even get out your way and talk about them or even bother them in any type of way, if they're not bothering you, don't bother them. That's just, I don't know. That's how I feel.
I would like to answer this question too. My name is Opiemi, and I'm 15. Bullying has become so normalized up to the point where people don't really care about it as much until something drastic does happen. There are, like, now than ever, people are now killing themselves because of the fact that they have been bullied more than any other, generation and all of that. Especially in also like the increase of drugs too. Like kids who sometimes get bullied rely on different things to cope, but sometimes those coping mechanisms could also do more harm than help, leading them to also harm themselves and taking their lives. Because of this, several families have lost children in like more than a decade. More kids have been dying as of recently, and we need to find a solution to stop bullying, and so that our youth won't just die on us.
I agree. And I would like to add on to what my name is Jemiah, and I would like to add on to what Opiemi said. And I feel like another thing that's like, people don't understand that you can also get bullied by your family, but they'll be like, tell you, oh, that don't look nice on you, or you shouldn't wear that because you don't have the certain body type, or you shouldn't wear your hair like that. But it's so normalized that you can't tell. Like the child will be getting their feelings hurt, but the parent won't realize because it's like, I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just trying to tell them the truth. But it's also a form of bullying, because when you hurt someone's feelings and you don't understand how they feel, or if they don't feel safe enough to talk to you about it, it can cause a toll on their mental health and make them start to treat themselves a certain way and look at themselves a certain way without really knowing why they're doing it. It just happens. But, you would never think your family wants to bully you on purpose. So it would just be like, I just feel like she's just trying to tell me the truth more than I tell them in a nicer way.
Oh yeah, I was also gonna say, OPME. I was also gonna say that I agree with what Jemiah is saying. Us as the youth, we look up to the people who take care of us, and in a way, we sometimes idolize them. So when you expect your biggest supporters to, be there for you, understand you, they can be the same people who can diminish you and degrade you. And the feeling of someone who you love so dearly and look up to so much doing such a thing, it probably hurts more than any other person outside just saying anything to you, because they're your family, and you expect much more. And I feel like parents should not normalize that as much, even when they're mad, like saying the smallest things like, oh, you're not my daughter anymore, you're such a disgrace, and this, that, or that. Like, they don't understand how impactful and hurtful their words can be. And I feel like we need to fix that, because there was this article I read once of like a 5-year boy. He actually took his life because his mother kept on saying how, like, you're such a burden on me, like, I was much happier before I had you. And he wrote his mom a note, and he said, I'm so sorry that I was such a burden and that I made you feel this way. All I wanted you to be is happy. But now that I'm gone, I hope you can be happy without me. Like, it was so bad that it got to the extent that a 5-year-old child took his own life.
Hi, my name is Sam. I'm 14 years old, and bullying is very normalized in the teenage community and in family homes. For example, in a family, as you're going out with your family, you want to go out to dinner, you go to the mall to buy clothes, and you're getting dressed in a fitting room, and you go out to show your parents, your mom or your dad, and they start fat shaming you or making fun of how skinny or big you are, and telling you will never be anything because of your weight and your looks. And in the teenage community, it's also normalized because they disguise bullying as a joke by saying, oh, blah, 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 I don't like your skin color. But it's also like, why are you saying that? Because why is they can't control their skin color, how they look, the texture of their hair, whether straight, curly, or wavy, or they're bald, it doesn't really matter. But teenagers really normalize it, and every time someone ends up killing themselves because of bullying, the teenagers will come to the funeral and start acting like they never bullied them. And then after the funeral passes, they start bullying other people and finding more victims, and it'll keep causing more and more repeated cycle of kids dying because of bullying.
I agree with everything she said. Bullying should be stopped. What would you do if you saw someone getting bullied?
My name is Aaliyah, and if I saw someone getting bullied, I would I would tell the person that, like, that isn't cool, like they should stop that. Or if I'm in an environment, I would try to find a teacher to try to get someone to help stop, because sometimes it takes two people to help somebody understand that what they're doing isn't right. And I will also tell them, how would you feel if someone did that to you? I just talk them out of it, and then I will help the person that's getting bullied. I'll help the person that's getting bullied, and I will confront them. Comfort them.
My name is Francis, and personally, especially like my friends around me, I don't like people talking bad about them. I don't like people talking bad about people, especially as long as the person didn't do nothing and they're really unbothered, there's no reason for you to talk about them. I think I would be more of a upstander, more precisely. I like saying stop, actually chill out, and I like being a mother, be quiet.
I agree with that. I seen Francis did that many times. Oh, Jemiah.
My name is Talia, and something I would do if somebody was getting bullied and I saw, I would probably try and tell an adult around, or maybe try and stop it myself.
I'm OPME, and if I saw someone getting bullied, I would try to assist that person because just like Francis said, she has like a more motherly vibe to her. I sometimes tend to do like have the same. So if I see someone I know or just someone in general getting bullied, I'd like try and help them and comfort them. Or just like tell the person, whoever is antagonizing that person, to just leave them alone because there's no reason in the first place to be doing such a thing. But yeah.
Okay. Hi, my name is Sam. I'm 14 years old. And what I would do about someone if I saw someone getting bullied, but bullying is not really normalized in person. It's more online. People will make trolling accounts to bully others online, like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, etc. More apps that teenagers use. They'll make trolling accounts making fun of someone's looks. And what I would do personally is probably report the account or try getting them banned because it's never okay to bully someone about what they can't control.
My name is Jemiah, and I feel like what I'll do if someone was getting bullied, I'll probably like, like, this is like a hard question because, I feel like everyone's going to have an answer they use, they want to seem like they're going to help. But I feel like I would help, but I just don't know, like, it depends on the situation. But if I see like a kid that does have nothing to do with this and like they're just an innocent kid, I'll like get help. But if a kid is getting bullied and it's like he's playing around with his friend and they're like agging it back and they're just being disrespectful to each other, I probably just like not say anything. But if I see a kid that's like actually getting bullied and have nothing to do with it, or younger than other kids, or considered an anime kid or the smart kid, and they're getting bullied, I feel like I'll tell the teacher or I'll report them to the principal or the counselor, and I'll try to help myself. But I won't probably get like too involved because I don't want them to start bullying me next.
All right, next question. Who is someone you feel safe going to when you feel bullied? Or like, who would you go to if you feel bullied? Like instead of relating to other things,
Hi, my name is Opami, and I'm 15. And if I was getting bullied, I would more likely tell either my sister or like my friends what's going on. I don't really talk to my parents about stuff like that because I find that they're not that easy to talk to. But, you understand? And so I feel like I get more support and understanding from like my sister or my friends. But yeah.
Hi, my name is Sam. I'm 14 years old, and what I would do if I was getting bullied is either I would tell my best friend or my sister, because my sister's more similar to my age than my parents, because my parents just think, oh, if you just talk to them about it, it will just go away. But that's not really true. If you try talking to your bully about it, they'll just end up like punching you in the face. They'll end up punching you in the face or trying to find your address and leak your IP address or something really bad. But as I have an older sister, I feel like she can more understand and relate to me.
Calm down. All right.
My name is Francis, and personally, I would like.
No, that's why she should go next.
I don't think I would ever, but like, I think I would handle it myself respectfully, because honestly, I'm not big on being open. I'm open to friends, but I'm not open like that, like tell you deep down, like if somebody's bullying me, I'm going to handle it myself. I'm going to handle it in the most respectful way, and then if it gets disrespectful, it gets disrespectful. But like, it's just like you have to give them the same energy they're giving, because you can't think you're going to bully me. I know who I am, and like personally,
clock that.
That's just that.
That's what being a queen is like.
Be a queen, not a bully. That's true. If I was getting bullied, I would also tell my mom, because she also understands. She's aware of how the students are and how they treat certain people. And I will also tell my sister because she's always there to protect me. And yeah.
If I was getting bullied, I'd probably tell my mom because she understands me the most out of my whole family, cousins, and friends. and she'll just understand me more about what's going on and help more than she ever could.
My name is Jemiah, and if I feel like if I was getting bullied, I would probably tell my mom, I'll probably tell my cousin, then I'll probably tell my sister, and I'm gonna probably tell my friend, like Opiemi, because, you know, that's my friend for a long time, and I feel like me and Opiemi really understand each other, and we connect on different levels. And I feel like I'll also think about how I can handle it myself, like Francis said, before I go. Like, if I feel like my feelings are not that hurt, I feel like they're just like a useless bully, then I probably would like just handle it myself and tell the dean like, yo, this kid is like, you know, won't leave me alone. But then if it gets to the point where they're getting out of control and I need to tell someone, then I'll tell my parents. And this is the last question before we wrap it up with the Don't Be a Bully, Be a Queen podcast.
Okay, last question.
What can bullying lead to? Or what can bullying like? Okay, let me re-ask that question. The last question is, what can bullying lead to, or what can bullying like change permanently about someone?
Hi, my name is Opiemi, and one thing bullying can do to people is change the way they perceive themselves. I know when I was, being bullied, I hated myself, and I didn't really like myself as much. And some things some people can get bullied about, they can end up having not liking that thing about themselves for the rest of their life. I know there are still some things about myself that I don't personally like because I got bullied about them, and it can just change someone's mentality as a whole.
My name's Aaliyah, and I think bullying can lead to self-esteem issues. I think it can lead to many insecurities about your body or about your face. I also think it could lead to or result into you wanting to harm yourself or wanting to I think it also could lead to comparison. You're gonna start to look at other people and wish that would be that would be on you. Or yeah, I feel like it just leads to a lot of self-esteem issues when you're bullied. It also leads to you not understanding people because you just think everyone is out to get you. It gives you social issues.
Hi, my name is Sam, and I'm 14 years old, and I think bullying can lead to an eating disorder by someone, either two types of eating disorder, someone eating too much or someone eating too little by starving themselves because people at their school or their family or online can body shame them just because of how they look by being too fat or being too skinny.
My name is Talia, and bullying can lead to not going to school, not talking to people, ignoring your friends, and not being around a lot of people. Once when I had a friend, she kept on being bullying. She stopped talking to me. She didn't go to school, and yeah.
Fat or being too skinny.
My name is Francis, and I think bullying could lead to everything that everybody said. It could also lead to a specific mentality and mental, because depression hits, eating disorder hits, just even the thought of somebody attacking me constantly and it won't stop hits. And I know even though some people don't show it, they would sit down after a long day, go home, think about it, and just be like, damn, this person keep bothering me. It gets annoying at this point.
PTSD.
Oh my gosh, I'm sleeping and I have a dream about this person bothering me again. That's crazy, honestly.
My name is Jemiah, and I feel like bullying can change how you feel about people, give you social anxiety, trust issues, and make you feel that what you're certain things you got bullied for are probably true, and make you struggle with your appearance, and make you make you a lot make you like have really bad trust issues and don't know who's someone your real friend or if they're just, there. Because some people consider their friends as bullies. Like, they don't really want to be your friend. They just bully you to do their homework or bully you to wash their clothes and just stuff like that. My name is Jemiah Ashley, and that was the podcast by Be a Queen and Not a Bully. And we're signing out with
Aaliyah.
Francis, please be respectful.
Talia.
Sam, spread kindness and not hatred.
OPME, be queens and kings. Stop antagonizing.
Oh.